Welcome to a session on substituting into simple formulae. And for this, I'm going to have a set of expressions, but for each of them, we're going to say, well, what happens when A is 5, B is 7, and C is 11? And what we're going to do is drop into these expressions these values, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. So let's start off with this one. So question 1. What is the value of this expression? Well, what you do here is you grab that value there and you substitute it in. So what you see here, it says when A equals 5. Now it's saying for any value, if A plus 3, if A is 5, you substitute there. So instead of seeing the A, you put a 5. So instead of seeing that, you put a 5. It's kind of like if I were just simply to just cover over that A like this and instead put in that 5. And then you can see what happens. 5 plus 3 is 8 because I've substituted it in. In fact, I'm going to use some of these, my other ones. So let's just make some of these, and you can always do this at home very easily, can't you? Bits of paper. So that's nice, lots of colour. This one could be 7. And then I need one more. And it's nice and easy to do. And it doesn't have to be neat. It's nice if it's neat, but it doesn't have to be neat. And here we go, 11. There we go. So these are my values, and I can bring them in. So that'll be exciting, won't it? So here we go. That's that first one. What about another one? Okay. What does this mean, 2b? Right, well that's interesting. 2b means 2 lots of b. So it doesn't mean 27. It doesn't mean 27. It means 2 lots of b. And what we have to remember is we don't put the times symbol in because it looks like an X. So we don't do that. So I could write that as 2 times b. And then if I were to substitute the 7 in there you go, you can see the value is going to be 14. So when b is 7, it's 2 times, and that's how you do that. It's kind of neat. Okay, let's look at another question. Let's try this lovely colour. What about this one? A plus b. Okay, so what I'm going to do is grab my A, put it there. Then grab my B, put it there. I see C is a bit lonely at the moment, but we'll use C soon. Okay, so 5 plus 7. Hopefully you can work out what 5 plus 7 is. 12. So all I'm doing is substituting these values in. And that's how you do substitution. So let's just carry on with this one. Let's see if we can get a bit more tricky. So here's one. What about this? B, let's bring that C in. All over 2. Now what on earth does this mean? Okay, we were all going really well and suddenly you bring that along. Well, let's just consider it. B is equal to 7, so there we go. So it's 7, and I'm going to add to the C, bring on C, here you come C, boom, and then I'm going to divide all of that by 2. So that is my B, that's my C. So let's put those actual numbers in. And I can see here that it's going to be 7 plus 11 is 18 divided by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, let's step it up a bit, I guess, and see what we can do with this one here. What about 2a plus 3b? Well, we've seen what 2b means. It means 2 times b. So I'm now going to do 2 times my a value. So it's 2 times my a value plus 3 times my b value. So I'm going to do 2 times my 5. So that means it's 2 times 5 plus 3 times 7. And that means, don't forget BIDMAS, do the multiplying before the addition. That's 10 plus my 21, 31. Okay, let's try a couple more and then we should be done. So let's try another nice colour, and let's go for, ooh, what about this? A with a little 2. Now what this means is A times A times A. So what I've got to do here is I've got to use 2 lots of A. So I've got to have 2 A's. So let me get it in the same colour so that we're happy with that. I think this is the same colour. So I'm doing A times A. So A times A, 5 times 5, 25. And that's what the A squared means. And then finally, last one, let's look at this one here. And we're going to do it A, B plus 1 all over 2. Looks really complicated, doesn't it? Well, let's see if we can do it. Firstly, I know my A value, bring back my 5, boom. Then bring back my 7, there. Let's tidy her up. There we go. There's my 7. And I just got a simple, do the BODMAS, do the brackets first, 7 plus 1. Remember, 7 plus 1 is 8. So it's 5 lots of 8, all divided by 2, showing my workings out. 5 eighths are 40, half of 40, 20. I hope you found this helpful.